You know I'm gonna get it every time. Champion, wearing the crown. I can see my name in lights, spark from the heart and it shines so bright. Yeah, so let the whole world know. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's time for another week, another Madden simulation. We're coming in here a little hot this week, just like the Carolina Panthers are going to Atlanta to try and take on or take number one for the division. It's been a wild week where the Carolina Panthers have somehow, in a matter of just one win, made themselves relevant and are trying to go undefeated in the division. And I'm trying to see if CK can go undefeated in Madden predictions.
You know, that's the goal. And I tell you what, that Madden intro hits a little different now that you see McCaffrey no longer in a Panthers jersey, but you see him, throwing that, the thumbs indicating I am McCaffrey. You know what I mean? And he's not here anymore. It hits a little different now that he is no longer a Panther. But yeah, we are hoping to continue the streak. Sorry, we are late, ladies and gentlemen. I had a bit of a Halloween party that I anticipated being over a little bit sooner than it was, but it was an important Halloween party, and I will
get this started. All right. Well, I'll take over where you.
Yeah, I want to explain why first and foremost, because it's an important thing to explain.
I wonder, what did you dress up?
No, nothing like that. It is. Let me share this screen first, and I will explain why I was late. And Chrome tabby tab. But basically, we had a Halloween party to have my entire family over. My son, unfortunately, just was tested positive for the flu. So we had to do it outside, and this is the reason that I was late, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
All right, hopefully this works right. Everybody ready? Yeah.
I knew it.
Can y'all see okay?
This is good news, people.
Oh my goodness, you gotta have a little baby girl?
Yes, sir.
Wow, you even know the sex already? You guys keep a good secret.
Yeah.
You keep a good secret, man. You guys can trust CK. Congratulations. Second child and a baby girl. Oh my gosh. I got two little daughters, where they're not little anymore, and they're special for dads. I promise you.
Oh yeah. Well, that's my fear at this point in time, is how special it's going to be. But it's something that we're looking forward to. But I'll tell you what, we got I was trying to put together the video to put up on Facebook and everything, and then I was like, oh shit, it's 9:30, and I checked my phone and it said, are we doing the Madden sim tonight or what? And everybody's like, no, Cody's went AFK, and I'm here, and I'm finally here.
Well, you could have taken the night off, dude.
No. Not from Madden, dude. Does the Panthers take the night off? Potentially. That could happen.
How'd you do that little pumpkin thing?
The where she threw it, it was like a little ball. It's like a glass ball. You throw, like, you could fill it with like powder, and when you throw it in it just shatters in the,
Okay, nice.
So
was the ball in the pumpkin or in the bucket?
So she had the ball in her hands and she threw it into the bucket, and it's to shatter, and that way
okay.
Yeah. So it was,
congratulations.
Well, it was funny because I did get a video. Nobody knew that was coming to the party that we were even pregnant, much less that they were going to find out what it was. And so it was interesting. But nonetheless, guys, we are going to be doing
I guessed that they were pregnant earlier this week or last week, but I did not know you were this far along.
Yeah.
Even though I should have looked at you, CK, and said, "Man, you're definitely far along."
Yeah, you should have.
Sorry, just kidding.
But let's get this in here now. But yeah, so we're gonna be doing the Madden simulation, and it is a Falcons game in which has major implications. And I apologize in advance. I did not get my rosters updated. So we're just gonna go with the flow and see what happens. Let the cards fall as they may.
Is PJ starting? Hopefully,
he should be, because I should have the same roster I had last week. But we're gonna find out. So, that being said, let's get it going.
It's crazy that. Well, you should have. Well, you popped in for a little while last night on the Friday free for all.
Yeah.
On how wildly divisive this moment is right now for Carolina Panther fans, because after a 1-5 start, CK, this team felt like it was left for dead, fired their coach, went on the road to LA and lost, or really just could not put together an offense, traded away their best player in Christian McCaffrey, and somehow upset a struggling, spiraling Tampa Bay Buccaneers last week, and now has, interestingly, wildly, made themselves relevant for, or potentially contending for number one in the NFC South. And people are wondering, is this a good thing?
That was a big topic of discussion last night on the Friday free for all. Many fans are upset, and I said it last week during the Madden simulation. If we actually won that game, we can be mad for a week. We can be a little mad this week if we win, right? But I'll tell you what, as these wins start to stack, if in fact they do end up doing that, you're going to have that anger start to wash away a little at a time.
Dissipate.
Rat Mule is still the coach in Madden Sim, so don't expect a giant performance here like we had last week against Tampa Bay. The Tampa Bay win last week in Madden Sim was not the blowout win that we had in IRL, if you will. It was a very close game. But I do want to say thank you so much for that super chat. Dr. Rosen. He said, congrats, man. I appreciate that. Much love. Thank you so much for supporting the show as well for that $9.99 love bomb there.
I'm gonna put that up on the screen. I'll be working these comments. I gotta do the Cody thing.
Yeah, I would do it, but if I click off of the screen, it will.
I got you.
Yeah.
Look at this. First time catching you guys live. Love your content. Watch the replays regularly to and from my way to work. Thank you, Ian's Fish Room. We appreciate it.
Well, glad to have you here for the Madden Sim. It's one that you're not going to get the audio version for, but you're certainly going to be able to watch on YouTube and see what Madden thinks the Carolina Panthers are going to be able to accomplish in these games coming forward. They've been eerily accurate in the win-loss column so far this season.
PJ Walker and the Carolina Panthers offense coming out here, throwing the ball on first down. Not on the same page. Looks like that was Ian Thomas, maybe.
It was Ian Thomas looking slow as molasses, running across the field there, trying to catch up to that ball that was a little bit out in front of him, more so than it should have been. Miscommunication on all parts there. PJ Walker needs to settle in and take advantage of this offensive line holding up very well for him over the past few weeks.
The Panthers go from 2 weeks ago to not passing the ball at all to passing on the first two downs. That's the first roster thing you'll notice. Chuba Hubbard will be out tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You're going to see Chuba Hubbard not in uniform tomorrow as he is inactive due to injury. You're going to think Deontay Foreman is going to get a heavy lion's share, if you will, of the touches tomorrow. They did elevate Spencer Brown from the practice squad. Oh, Chuba Hubbard is able to come down with it. He's playing a big vital role in Madden simulation here.
Right. 3 consecutive pass plays. The Carolina Panthers are feeling themselves. Ben McAdoo said, I know how to do this. Let's pass the ball, baby. Out of the gun again.
And he's actually motioning Chuba out to So the wide receivers position there.
Spreading these suckers out. PJ. Ugh.
Horrible throw.
It looked like a Baker Mayfield throw.
Those are the handoffs, if you will, and to have that fall short like that, and certainly concerning.
Looks like Derek Brown convening with the offense there.
Yeah.
Was that number 95? Isn't that Derek Brown?
It looked like 95. Yeah, he was there. He was there with the offense, convening, trying to figure out how he can get himself involved. He's thinking that he's too big of a target, that PJ has no shot of missing him. Right?
I know. Out of the gun again. Same play.
It's almost identical.
It's the same play.
Let's see if he does the exact same thing here. Nope. And he
he does. Just the other way. Oh my goodness.
And now
this
we
feels
are
too weird. Wish Chuba could catch like that for real. Chuck Cox said, "No kidding." Josh thinks Blackshear is going to get some touches tomorrow.
Yeah, Blackshear was I think he's earned it.
Look at this. PJ Walker all day. Brings up fourth down. They're going to be punting here, likely, where I'm sure they are. Panther Pickle in the house. I wonder if I feel like they should just give it all to Deontay. And what are they really looking at on this tablet here? The defense has not played a snap yet. Are they looking at our offense? It's like, you see that pocket that PJ had all day long? We need to do better than that.
Man, I'm disappointed in you in pointing out the clear flaws in Madden's logic here. And horrible punt by Hecker.
What is going on here? The nerves or the jitters?
Yeah, the simulation is I guess on the fritz here. Marcus Mariota.
Oh, did they already? His season stats.
It's obviously not right. Oh wait, that was last year's season stats.
Oh, okay.
Because he was, he was a backup.
You know what? It's not that far off. I want to say something like the game that they beat Seattle. I'm gonna look this up. Is that they only threw the ball like 16 times?
Yeah.
Last week, the Atlanta Falcons, now they love to run the ball and they don't like to pass it just yet. They have the least, I think they're the fourth most in rushing attempts and the second least in passing attempts in the entire league.
Yeah, they've certainly tried to find a way to keep their run game be the primary part of their offense. But almost
come on
there.
Who is that?
Right to him. That was Littleton.
Gosh, looking like Xavier Woods.
Yeah, that was a clear dropped interception. Marcus Mariota got away with a big time turnover that would have had that ball potentially going right into the end zone the other way. Under center, going to hand the ball off. They're going to stuff him, but they made it. 4th and inches.
He got trucked.
Derek Brown found a way to make sure that
Ioannidis got trucked.
Yeah.
Is that in their win over the Seattle Seahawks, they had 20 pass attempts. That's it. And that
unheard of.
And last week, who did they lose to by a ton last week?
They lost to the Cincinnati Bengals. Jamar Chase actually has taken him. I thought they were going for it here. But they got slaughtered by the Bengals last week.
And threw the ball 13 times.
Listen, if there's one thing to say about Artie Smith here is that he doesn't abandon the game plan even when it's necessary to.
That is the truth. That is the truth. All right,
down
PJ.
by 30 points. We're gonna run
it up the middle.
Fourth 3rd and 12. What do you want to do? Run it.
A Jamar Chaseless Bengals.
That listen, there's some positives. Obviously, nobody wants to see these guys get hurt, but we're going to be facing the Bengals here in the future. Without Jamar Chase, it's going to be helpful. And then we're going to have the Ravens, who are coming off of a injury-riddled game against the Bucks. So we're going to be benefiting a little bit from their injuries as well. And then the Bucks themselves found themselves injured quite a bit from this Thursday night game this past here a few days ago. So our schedule moving forward is not the hardest in the world, but Terrace Marshall Jr.
Is that 2 in a row to him?
2 in a row. Yeah. PJ Walker 5 for 8.
We like the idea of Terrace Marshall Jr. like potentially playing football.
Right. Playing football. And that's one of the things you had said. He could be, if he turns out to be good, he would be the biggest indicator that Matt Rule was a fraud. Again, I think the record that he had in the NFL is a pretty good indicator that he was a fraud, at least from a head coaching position in the NFL. We're going to see, and if we can see him can win for a 4th season, he might be able to win the 3rd season wherever he decides to go. But if he doesn't win the 4th season, then his consistency and building a culture is irrelevant at that point.
I just need Terrace Marshall Jr. to get involved because look at Chuba.
Chuba.
I just want to get Terrace Marshall Jr. involved because if we don't, like, he could be arguably one of the biggest draft busts in Panther history.
That's the 2nd round. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, a 2nd round is supposed to be a contributor immediately. It's not, you're not dealing with a guy typically that is going to be a bust, right? That's not what you're anticipating. 4th, 5th rounders, you're those don't make it to the team. No big deal. But a 2nd rounder, concerning.
Oh, PJ.
Yeah.
He actually, maybe he turned to flee left and he saw that defender come in and he just said, let's run this back the other way.
All right, 2nd and 10. PJ Walker get a screen pass over to Chuba, who's taken down back in the backfield, brings up a 3rd and 11, but PJ Walker gets a completion.
We know we did not have a chance to update the roster to the most current injury report, guys.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, expect to see Deontay Foreman and Blackshear. And you know that something is funny when you see Chuba Hubbard catching the ball this easily.
Yeah.
Panthers are moving into Falcons territory, though, here.
3rd and 11, big time possession here.
Oh, good Lord.
Dude didn't even budge. Chuba Hubbard gets knocked down.
Maybe he'll get hurt in the game.
Chuba?
Yeah, so then those it will fix the roster on its own.
You might be right. But 4th and 4, you'd think Eddie Pinheiro is going to come out here, kick a field goal, giving them a 3-0 lead here in the 1st quarter.
How long is this field goal? Good 50
this would
yards?
Be about a 50, you right around 50 yards.
Oh, did they say a 50-yard attempt? Look,
Yes.
man, we were right on the money.
And he gets it right through the middle. Eddie's got a cannon here in Madden, and he's able to give the Panthers the first points of the game.
Pinheiro for the dinero.
Pinheiro for dinero. But now that leaves 3 minutes, 59 seconds left in the 1st quarter. The Falcons are going to get the ball back here after a kickoff, and this defense is going to have an opportunity to stop this offense once again. They did a pretty good job on their first drive, forcing the Falcons to go 3 and out, thanks to a stop on the 3rd and 2 hopefully this defense can continue to tighten up, make this a little bit harder. If you can take away that run game of the Falcons, there is a very concerning circumstance that the Falcons offense is not an air raid option. So that could give this defense a lot of opportunity to eat turnovers. And who knows, man, if Marcus Mariota does not come out here and look good, there is a chance that he also is benched in favor of the other draft pick that was similar to Matt Corral in that he was a development. He wasn't coming in here as a day one starter. And
looked good in the preseason, though.
Yes, he did. He was probably one of the better ones in the preseason, along with Kyle Pitts, or not Kyle Pitts, but
great.
Pitts.
Oh no,
Oh,
a good
wow.
defensive, a great defensive play gets. Was that YGM got
Gross
shrugged
Matos,
off? Now I want to point out this is on that kickoff. The Panthers special teams got down there in a hurry, and they have been playing well on kick coverages all season long. So I like that. We're going to need to be able to stop this run right here. And in the chat, Lucas White asked CK, do you think we'll win tomorrow? I know we're going to try to see if Madden thinks we'll win, but how do you feel about our chances?
Oh, I feel pretty good about the chances. I mean, right now, if I had to tell you, name 3 players that are considered star offensive players on the Atlanta Falcons team, can you do that?
I can tell you who the world wants to be their stars, but I can give you 2. All right, yeah.
Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
Ionitis.
Nice. And I guess the new kid, the rookie's been real good. The Drake London.
Drake London. I would say Cordero Patterson, maybe.
Yeah.
But they've seemed to have employed a running back by committee approach, similar to what you've seen in San Francisco. I think.
Yeah, and Cordero Patterson's been hurt a little bit this year,
right.
I think.
Yeah, I think Artie Smith is trying his hardest to essentially play the Kyle Shanahan role that the Falcons have been missing since that incredible run that they had all the way to the Super Bowl that ended so horrendously. Brian Burns gets
Ionitis again?
No,
Nope, Brian Burns. Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's able to shed a blocker and get that tackle with just a short 1-yard gain.
Panthers defense is playing tough here. We just got to make sure that Kyle Pitts doesn't get going tomorrow. He's not done anything all season. You feel like it's just one of those things. It's a matter of time where Atlanta says, we just got to get this guy involved. But they have not done that to the point. I just hope it's not against us. And boy, I tell you, this is sorry for all you suckers that drafted. Oh, is that him? Oh, nice play. All you suckers that drafted Kyle Pitts in the first round of your fantasy football leagues. Good gosh, that must be terrible. Or the second round or the third round. Hell, even the 4th round at this point.
He's getting the Julio Jones treatment where he might be able to get some yards, but they are really trying their hardest to not give him the ball in the red zone.
He's having a worse season than DJ Moore.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy how little they have used him. In some ways, it's like bizarre. I just saw a video today on YouTube by, who is it? Brett Coleman. And it said Kyle Pitts, the season from hell.
The thing that I'm concerned about is Artie Smith has been he seems to be a beloved coach by the guys in the locker room, but that's only going to go so far if you're not letting these guys get a chance. If you're not getting Kyle Pitts involved, there is a 100% chance that he gets frustrated, upset, and doesn't want to play for you anymore, right? And I'm not saying that's a likely outcome. That is the only outcome. If you're not getting him involved in the passing game, as PJ Walker.
Oh, can we get a flag there?
Unfortunately, Madden doesn't throw flags. But at the end of the day, I think that there is a concern. I think you could be on the verge of a mass exodus of players from the Atlanta Falcons offense because of lack of opportunity.
Do you think that first of all, I have never seen PJ run the ball. Everybody tells me he can run and all of this. I've never seen him do it.
I don't think I've seen him either. I think that he has been very focused of maintaining his position in the pocket, working on his footwork there. And when he needs to, he's been able to slide outside of the pocket, escape the pocket, and throw across his body has been something that he did last week that we all looked at and said that some of his best throws were from sliding out of the pocket, avoiding the pressure. Ian Thomas getting involved here as well.
I feel like the Panthers are making easy work of the Falcons in this game.
Well, you would expect that to be the case. I mean, they're going to be missing two of their starting cornerbacks. And so with that, I think that that's going to open up some things. And let's be real about it. They don't have one person to cover anymore. They have to spread out. They have to, and that's going to give more guys more opportunities, it feels like, because of their ability to spread around. And PJ.
But more PJ.
And
I'd actually like to see that, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, I listen. I think that is something that I agree with. I think when we saw Sam Darnold do that a lot last year rather, I think that did offer a lot of excitement and maybe some nostalgia, if you will, as a Panthers fan. But at the end of the day, I tell you what, I am way better and way happier with a quarterback that maintains his composure in the pocket, who can escape if need be, but is still looking down the field and getting that ball to his receivers, getting them involved, and maybe help him out my fantasy league.
No kidding. Carolina Panthers running to the outside a lot today. Ugh. Chuba's been getting wrecked out there though.
Oh yeah, he's not. He's certainly not been trucking guys that you would like to see. He doesn't have the elusiveness, but at the end of the day, he is. He's getting the job done.
Lucas, thank you, Lucas White, for your subscription. In fact, as he brings that up, you guys can support the C3 Panthers podcast by smashing the thumbs up button. Subscribe. We're well on our way to 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, 100,000 YouTube views this past month, 24,000 hours of watch time. CK, that's crazy.
It's incredible. Chuba again getting
involved. Chuba, he cannot catch this well. Good gosh, this is awesome.
He's been. Somebody needs to make sure he doesn't have stickum on his gloves,
or make sure he does.
Well, sure. Unofficially, somebody checked to make sure that he has stickum on.
Is that against the rules?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, they've actually gotten rid of. They've said it's a
competitive advantage.
Yeah, competitive advantage for guys who like they've done that with gloves as well. Certain gloves.
Gloves are I mean it's made a difference in the NFL, right? Is the gloves that these guys use help? And
yeah, rule is still in here for the base roster for the Panthers, but I haven't really. Again, I would have attempted to dive into that if I didn't have some things that I had going on before this.
CK's having a baby, folks. He's having a baby girl, and he announced it to his family. Cut him some slack. Look at this. Ian Thomas, who has been a big part of this team this year so far. I would say Matt Rule continued to talk about how important of a player he was. Wildly, Ben McAdoo said he's one of the great football players he's coached. He coaches insane. I was like, gosh, McAdoo, you ain't coached many people then.
Chuba up the middle, like you were asking for.
We need some Deontay Foreman.
Yeah, Deontay Foreman is non-existent in Madden. I don't think that they even know he actually is a player on the NFL. But Matt Rule, by the way, does look way better in 2023. 2022, we coined the phrase "rat mule" because of his
terrible look, like his rat face.
And it's going nowhere. No gain. Chuba Hubbard tries to make something happen, takes it back down to the 5-yard line. Big third down conversion needed here for this Panthers team that has struggled on these downs all year long. Last year they took a step in the right direction. They're hoping that, or last week rather, they're hoping that continues this week.
Yeah, just to answer some questions in the chat, Lucas, tomorrow we do at it's a 1:00 game, so we'll go live at 4:30, maybe 4:15 if the game goes by super fast like it did last week. But we have a post game show following every game where you can call in and leave a message on the voicemail and talk about the game and respond to it. We do that each and every week. That is one of our big shows. On Tuesday night, we go live. That's our flagship podcast. On Wednesday, we have the Beat Check, where we catch up with some beat reporter or podcaster, somebody covering one of the teams, either the Carolina Panthers or the team we're playing. On Friday night, we have a Friday free-for-all where all fans are welcome and they can be the host of the podcast. And then on Saturday, we do the Madden simulation. So we rocking and rolling. But yes, tomorrow we'll be live after the game. It's a great show and a great time to come and hang out with other Panther fans. And this one could be a celebration. The Panthers punch it in, or not punch it in. They got Chenault.
Yes.
With the touchdown. A lot of people want to see what he can do. And one of the crazy things, and why did the Panthers trade for Chenault? And this is, we can segue to another question asked in the chat. Is somebody said, where did it go? Are the Panthers done making moves? Are they still going to be making moves? So the question is, are they selling? Are they standing pat? Or after tomorrow, Cody, could they even become buyers? I don't know, but like really the Chenault, going back to the Chenault thing is why I brought that up, is it's kind of a wild, like, why did we do it?
Here's the thing is, after this game is when you're going to start to see the price on players start to skyrocket, which is why buying is going to be so tough for a team like the Panthers. I said that on Tuesday, that if we win this game, go ahead and make the attempt to try to get some of these guys, similar to like Quinn getting to the Eagles or whatnot. But I also am not naive enough to believe that there's not going to be 10 other teams who believe they have a shot at making it and that aren't going to drive those prices a little bit too far outside of our budget, if you will. So I don't think we're going to be buyers. I think if we lose handedly, I think there is a very
we could be selling.
There is a very, very likely scenario where we could be selling. But again, that means that the players that we would be selling, their value is going to skyrocket as well. Not because of their inflated value, but because of there's, I think, me personally, I believe that there's going to be more teams involved in the trade talks.
I mean, I'm kind of tongue in cheek when I say that the Panthers could be buying, but in a sense,
right,
man, like you are competing for the division if you win tomorrow, which is just bizarre. I would love for us to get Bradley Chubb, and it's something we talked about on the show last week, and a lot of people just said, no, it's ridiculous. And I understand it's like, you don't want to get it if it's just this year, but wouldn't it be nice to have two premier defensive ends? Like, yeah, I mean, we've had it in the past. We had
it last year.
Well, yeah, you're right. And actually, somebody brought that up in the comments to our little clip that we put out on YouTube. Is we're not going to do that, or it's if we could have done it, we would have done it with Reddick and Burns. But I think that it would be, look, that's just two pass rushing specialists. Man, Bradley Chubb is an all-around defensive end.
Yeah.
Which would be, kind of a callback to Peppers and Charles Johnson, or Charles Johnson and Greg Hardy. We haven't had the duo since that. Nelly ruined it all for us.
Ooh, a bad miss. Kyle Pitts was about to get involved in this drive, and he misses him far. And that brings up a 3rd and 13. And these are automatic for the opposing offense when they have a 3rd and long like this. Somehow our defense finds a way to give it up. But they did a better job of it last week, because damn, did they make Tom Brady look mortal?
No kidding. And the Ravens, Lamar Jackson just continues. People that say Lamar Jackson isn't a good passer, man, just aren't watching the games.
Bro, I'm telling you, watching that game makes me realize, the fact that he didn't get a contract, or let me rephrase.
Did you see after the game?
Yes, dude.
Did you see the sign he went and picked up and signed it? How awesome.
Bro, even in the game, he got pushed out of bounds into a ball boy. The dude takes a moment out of his, while he was trying to run back and take care of his team, runs to go check to make sure the ball boy was all right. Dude is classy as shit. And I love the fact that what a punt, by the way.
Is that to the what? Oh, good. Wrong team, though.
Just a moment here, if you want to take it from here for a second.
Yeah, I got it here. Corey Waters here, brings up Shopping Baker per Jason Lockin4. Something that I brought up on the podcast was first of all, we could shop either one of them, Baker or Darnold. I don't know which one would have more value, honestly. But I tell you this is, I say Baker to the Colts could be something. The Colts are right now fighting for the division themselves. They could benefit from, who is this? Is that Ricci?
Yeah.
Okay. But the Colts, they're going out there tomorrow. And they are playing a winnable game. Who are they playing? Oh, my friend jokes about this. They're playing the Texans. He said, or maybe it's the Titans playing the Texans. He said that why do they play this game every week? He says it feels like the Texans and the Titans play every week. But what kind of value could you get for Baker? Even if you could get a 6th-round pick for him, that would be great. So let's see. The Panthers now 3rd and inches here. Really need to pick up this first down and really kind of salt this game away before you even walk into the locker room.
Yeah, that's if they can find a way to get the first down. Luckily,
Chuba
is largely automatic on this drive. I mean, in this game,
yeah, he's been fantastic. Too bad that's not going to happen tomorrow.
Too bad he's not going to be a part of this game plan tomorrow. But I think that we got addition by subtraction. I find that a bit odd, at least, that Deontay Foreman was considered a 3rd string when Christian McCaffrey was in here. You felt like he, being how well he played in the absence
in Tennessee,
of Derrick Henry, filling in the shoes of a guy like that, and he still came in and found a way to be dominant. You think that would be enough to put him in that number 2 slot, and they didn't. But he got a chance to show his worth last week. PJ Walker showing his worth here, making some guys miss, takes it all the way up to the 35-yard line. And they are really giving this Atlanta Falcons defense a bit of a fit.
Willie Beeman. That was for Skunk Ape Mysteries. He says, Cody doing okay, or should we start calling him Willie Beeman? Come on. Willie Beeman.
I will say this much about Cody. He has got to be the most bipolar. I
know.
One moment we've got a tank, the next moment be happy, optimistic.
He's like, we're winning the Super Bowl. Winning the Super Bowl.
And I think it has everything to do with his unbelievable confidence in a guy like Matt Corral.
Yeah, boy, he will. And right now he is throwing all of these quarterbacks in the college ranks out the window already. No concern about the foot. Nah, I don't know. I guess, man, at least I guess he's have a full 18 months to recover or whatever. A full year, actually. 1 full year, feels like.
PJ,
oh, my gosh. Can we get like a horse collar or a face mask there or something?
Where's G-Baby? We need to talk. I'm sure he's around.
Why? Because PJ's running in this game. And look, here's the thing, though, has anybody ever seen PJ run like this? No.
Oh,
A
DJ
lot of
Moore.
work
Oh!
over the middle. First catch by DJ Moore of the game.
DJ Moore gets it close to first down. That was the second reception, but it was for
that's his second catch of the day?
Yeah, about 7 yards on that one. But it brings up 3rd and 1. Chuba Hubbard has been automatic in these situations, as I mentioned earlier. But we'll see if they decide to go back to that well. Nope. PJ Walker going to run for it. He's got all day in front of him. Slides down to the 32-yard line. They take their first time out of the first half, rather. And the Panthers have a minute to drive 32 more yards to get a touchdown and make this a 3-possession game before the half.
It might have been Brandon R. who was talking earlier in the show about trading DJ Moore to Green Bay. That I would have said, hey, maybe that's something to think about 3 weeks ago. But right now, Green Bay's becoming a seller, man. They are falling apart just as bad as the Buccaneers. And Corey Waters brings up this QB draft is deep. Stroud, Hooker, Levis, Young, Duggan. There's some other names up there too. You're right. It is deep. The question is is Stroud stock falling right now, or climbing or falling? They had a big win over Penn State today, but he was not necessarily lights out. And really awesome to see Marvin Harrison's son, Marvin Harrison Jr., just slaying it, man. He was fantastic today. So I don't know. Is Stroud's stock one of those that is just staying constant? Is it going up? And the rankings are never the same next year. Like if Stroud was the number 1 quarterback going in, oh gosh, fumble.
Oh man, we got lucky on that one. They're going to let that one.
Are they going to say incomplete pass?
No, they're going to say that was a fumble, but it was recovered by
Chuba.
They're going to take the timeout and kick the field goal here to make this a 13-point game. No, or maybe not. We'll see if the offense stays on there, but you got to imagine they're going to put Pinheiro in there with 10 seconds left in the game. If not, Madden is probably one of the worst. Again, we'll complain about this week over week. There it is. Eddie Pinheiro in there for a 47-yard attempt.
Pinheiro making that dinero. It's good.
And right down the middle, Pinheiro is the MVP of the game so far.
All right, so the Panthers dominant first half right here. Just kind of get out of here, get in the locker room, and man, let's salt this game away in the second half. Expect to see in this case, a lot of Chuba tomorrow, a lot of Deontay Foreman. Imagine going on the road and having this type of performance in the first half against a division rival, and pulling into sole contention of first if you're able to win the game. Man, what a exciting post-game show it'll be.
It'll be exciting, but you know that we're going to have those people in the chat who are still upset. And again, I give them the benefit of the doubt. You can be upset. You can be. And I'm not even going to say you're a bad fan if you're upset. I will say you're a bad fan if we win 5 in a row and then you're still upset. At that point in time, I'll say that you're a bad fan. But until that point, you're not a bad fan. You're just not going to buy into the fool's gold that we've been sold in the past by the Carolina Panthers team that has given us false hope. We've had it happen far too often. And I said, even after the game on Sunday, I said that I thought I was going to be mad, but I tell you what, they gave me hope, and I'm angry as hell that they gave me hope, but I'm also, I feel more alive when this Carolina Panthers team gives me something to root for. And when they sold Christian McCaffrey, they sold Robbie Anderson, they sold what seems to be this season down the river, it felt like there was, that life was a little more gray.
It was scary to think of doing 10 more post-game shows where you were just talking about the same thing, which is the draft now. And the post-game shows were getting like that as it was, where we're going to fire Matt Rule, and then that conversation is over. But this, a win last week and a win this week, all of a sudden gives us something to talk about, something to cheer for. And each win that stacks up, racks up, like you said,
Yeah.
we move from, quiet trepidation of potentially losing that draft pick to quiet excitement that maybe, I don't know. I mean, you're not going to, it's hard to believe that the Panthers could turn even a playoff appearance into something great,
More,
kind of reminds you of like, remember when the Cardinals came to Carolina? Maybe
Yeah,
that was
year, yeah.
that might have been the 7-8-1 season, honestly.
I think the one that we, when it was that year,
Because we had a home game. Not only did we have a losing record, we hosted a playoff game.
And we
were the division winner. And we won, but they were starting a quarterback that nobody, it was like he had a strange name. Forget what that guy's name was. All right, let's see if the Carolina Panthers can keep up this defensive performance.
Luckily not to draw a flag.
I know. If they would have thrown that one, though, I would have been upset after PJ taking a couple of knees to the head earlier in this. All right. Second and what, 7? No, second 3. Oh, come on.
Shaq wasn't even
Shaq
looking
Thompson.
for it.
He's kind of running a receiver route there down the seam. All right. Panthers defense has been very impressive in this simulation here. They were impressive last week against the Bucks. You wonder, it's 3rd and 7. Oh, I was right.
Finds this guy. Kyle, or that's not Kyle Pitts.
Is that Drake London?
17. I'm not sure who is it.
No, Zacchaeus. They're celebrating the first down. They're trying to get hype right now. Find some life. What's up, Drew?
Mariota was able to get that away just in time. JC Horn in the game here. We're hoping he is a go on Sunday as well, because he is considered a game time decision. Last week, I don't know how you felt about the press conference with Steve Wilkes talking about JC Horn. It almost felt like he was throwing shade.
Really? No, I didn't hear this. Tell me.
Basically, he was saying that they wanted him to play last week, and for whatever reason, he felt like he wasn't good to go. And that's what he said. And he said for whatever reason, he felt like he wasn't able to go. It felt like
so he was saying JC Horn.
Yeah, JC Horn. Yeah.
So he thought he was good to go. The coach thought he was good to go, but they were saying that JC Horn was playing it cautious.
That's what it felt like. That's what I got from that.
I always hate when you get those type. That's a thing, is like coaches being suspicious of.
Yeah.
You remember what was it? Eli Apple, I think, never practiced.
Yeah. Eli Apple, wasn't there somebody else too that just felt like they were trying their hardest not to actually put in the work and were constantly
just milk that injury? I know Eli Apple was definitely that guy while he was here in Carolina, or at least that's how the coaching staff viewed him. All right, let's see what we got here. Panthers. The Falcons have crossed the 50-yard. I wonder if this is the first time they've crossed the 50 all game.
It is. It's the first time that they got across the 50-yard line. They came close on a couple of drives, but they always seem to come up short. One of their drives where they punted into the 3, I think they came very close to the 50. But as of right now, they are finally in Panthers territory, driving down the field, hoping to be able to cut this lead down from 13-0 and get some points on the field.
Well, we are hoping that they don't. Oh, got wrecked. Derek Brown continues to impress throughout this season.
We did have Eli Apple. He was a get out your mom's house. We never had Eli Apple.
We did, actually.
I don't know if you mean that like if you were trying to be sarcastic, but yeah, we did have Eli Apple on this team. He never really played a snap for us because he was always injured, and we released him I think we released them before the season even started.
Yeah, I mean, I remember it was not a, and I think that might have been Rule's first year actually, because then he went to. I guess that's when he went to the Chiefs. No, is that who he plays with? The Chiefs now?
Eli, no, he plays for the Cincinnati Bengals.
That's who it is. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
He went up there and almost got himself a ring.
Yeah, and also I think was made a fool of in the Super Bowl. Like, you know, I mean, poor Eli gets picked on a lot. Oh, good God.
Gross Matos is just
The
letting
second time.
Mariota
Second
just
time.
run over top of him.
That's what I thought, Corey, too. I know he did a stint with the Saints, but I don't know if he's done two with the Saints because he definitely was with the Saints before he came to Carolina once. He's a journeyman for sure.
You look at Gross Matos just
That's
getting
the
trucked,
second
dude.
time he's gotten run over today.
Yeah, the Madden is again not thinking very highly of YGM in these simulations. Really, any of the defensive line they've been quite down on in their
Oh, nice play right there. If you hold them to a field goal here, that's a big win for this defense.
Oh, it was a Xavier Woods stop there.
I'd love to see that, man. Imagine if this defense held a team without a touchdown 2 weeks in a row.
2nd and 8 here.
Oh, Jake Paul is fighting tonight.
You guys go ahead and turn off the podcast here. Oh, Derek Brown.
Get him.
He chases him down from the back, brings up us the third.
Why are they going to turn off the podcast?
To go watch the Jake Paul show.
Oh.
But no, stick around here. Watch the listen. This is starting to get interesting. Atlanta's about to try to make this a 10-point game if they decide to punt it here. If we can stop them on third, but they're really trying to make
big
this
boy
a game.
Chasing them down.
Mm-hmm.
3rd and 13 here. Carolina needs to come up. Look, here comes an interception.
That's the hope. No pressure here. Mariota's going to run it, and he's going to slide down at the 10, 4th and 6. They're going to go for the field goal here and cut this down to a 10-point lead.
All right. So Panthers defense with an impressive stop on what looked like a moment that Atlanta was trying to fight back.
Atlanta
Anderson
now.
Silver is who he's fighting. Good Lord.
Anderson Silva is
Silva, yeah.
Yeah, Silva, he's not wanting to do a so basically they're doing this, and then they're, I don't know if you had seen, but basically Jake Paul had said if you win, I will fight you in kickboxing, which is Silva's bread and butter, right? Outside of MMA. And then he said, but if I win, you've got to help me start a organization that's supposed to help increase the pay of like MMA fighters. And I was like, dude, Jake Paul out here trying to change the narrative, bro.
Oh no. You know, those guys have strangely have tried to rewrite their own narrative being kind of jokes to.
They have, in my opinion, dude, I have so much respect for Logan and Jake at this point in time. Like the way that they handle themselves, their business acumen, dude, those guys are starting to really turn shit around. Wow.
Oh gosh, PJ.
Chenault either just not running a great route, or PJ Walker is just very much inaccurate in these throws.
Algernon's Rams are still is not of the belief that Eli Apple was on the Carolina Panthers team. PJ running again. Another flag. They could have thrown a flag on every run in this game for both quarterbacks, it looks like.
Yeah, they again, Madden not super accurate with those sliding plays and they roughing the passer calls that should be called after that, but that one right there, lucky that they didn't have another 15 yards tacked onto the end of that run. PJ Walker, today's biggest rusher, if I had to put my my money where my mouth was based on the stats that I just saw. And Chuba trying to take that crown back, but is only at 10 rushes for 52 yards.
Here we go. I'm just gonna show you guys. Let's see, Eli Apple, 2016 first round pick. Apple signed a 1-year deal in May with Carolina of 2020. Apple was active only for the second time this season in Sunday's loss to New Orleans with his former team. He's played 28 defensive snaps, recording 4 total tackles. Released. And just continued to have health problems and not being able to practice. Eli Apple. Actually, who even cares about him?
Oh, what a pass.
Who
DJ
was
Moore
it?
breaking
DJ.
tackles. Takes it all the way down to the 37 of the Falcons. Big play there on third down. PJ Walker, when it's needed to be done, he's been accurate on these throws, but it's those first and second down throws that have been less than ideal in these simulations. But damn, it's hard to argue with the results there on that that pass across the middle to DJ Moore, able to get a big time gain. Ooh,
in stride, man. Chuba Hubbard, if he could catch like this, I might actually like the dude. He's like my least favorite running back.
he's certainly not been on the list of people that you want to have wear a Carolina Panthers jersey each and every Sunday.
It's just not, Cody always makes fun of me for loving Cameron Artis-Payne so much, but man, he was far more productive than Chuba Hubbard's ever been, never given the opportunity. It's just crazy to me how much opportunity Chuba Hubbard has gotten on this team. DJ Moore, man, making his presence known in this game so far.
That's gonna get him close. Yeah, he's almost at 70 yards after 5 receptions. Big play, DJ. Almost made that last guy miss as well. And if he could have stayed on his feet, that was a touchdown for DJ Moore, but gets it all the way down to the 11-yard line as the Panthers are hoping to be able to answer that 3-point swing that they had.
Oh, God.
Chuba just gets leveled. Ooh, Deontay Foreman finds his way into the field there, but it's a loss of a couple yards. Not the start in the game that you hope to see from a guy who is going to be toting the rock here all game tomorrow.
Man, mad shout out to the people in the chat room. Thanks for your support. 79 people watching. If you guys could go ahead and smash the thumbs up button and subscribe. Don't forget, tomorrow we'll be here after the show for the C3 Panthers post game, trying to kind of figure out if we should be getting excited about the Panthers making a run at the division if they win a game like this tomorrow. Look, the Panthers defenses look great. Pick 6. Here it comes.
Nope, he almost ran the wrong way and should not.
Oh, good. Jesus, thank you.
Oh, man, it's basically a touchback if that was a kickoff. Bad throw. They broke on that ball very easily. They read that play from
That's
the
a
get-go.
Sam Darnold throw right there. Thank God that's not going to happen tomorrow because he will be out as well.
Exactly. Yep. He's not going to be in there either. Again, guys, forgive me. I didn't have time.
He's having a baby, and he had a party today to tell his entire family that he's having his first baby girl. Congratulations to CK adding another Panther fan into a world that needs more Panther fans, and that's what we're trying to do with the C3 Panthers podcast. 86 strong watching on a Saturday night as we anticipate a division matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons for first place in the division. Now, if we lose, does Atlanta take first?
Atlanta takes first, yeah, because they have they'll be 4-4, I think. Thank you guys for the congrats in the chat.
Man, imagine this: is the whole division at 3-4? If we win tomorrow, except for the Saints, maybe.
Yeah, basically.
Are the Saints a 2-win team right now?
Ooh, they are a 2-win team right now. They are at the bottom of the NFC South rankings because we had the tiebreaker against them.
You know, that's kind of wild, as you haven't heard the Saints in the if they're 2-5, unless they've had their bye. Yeah. Isn't that wild? Is that the Panthers, maybe we've just been looking inward so much, but you know, you think we've had the worst season almost possible in the NFL and in the division, and dang, the Saints are right there with us.
Yeah, the Saints, you got to keep in mind they have an injured Jameis. Oh, Gross Matos is the garbage in this game.
Oh my gosh.
Bro.
He just got trucked again. You know, but Jameis Winston is not hurt anymore.
Yeah,
they're just not starting him. They're just going with Andy Dalton.
Well, I wouldn't say that he's not hurt anymore. He had fractured bones in his back, but I think that he's recovering. But at the end of the day, I think no matter whether you have a healthy Aaron, what's his name again? The ginger, the rifle, the red rifle.
I just said it, and now
Andy Dalton. And then you have Jameis Winston. I don't think either of those are somebody you would consider franchise guys anymore. Maybe at one point, but with the way that these guys have been, coming out of college as NFL quarterbacks, you'd think that those guys are third tier at best.
Yeah. Let's see. Ooh. All right, come on, defense. Big time. 2nd and 7. Do they run the ball here? In real life, they would.
Ooh, overthrows.
Oh, that was an opportunity right there for the safety to come up. I guess, we have not looked in this. So I know that we have not updated the rosters for this week. So does that mean Chin is out still from last week?
He's out, yeah.
Okay.
He's out this week, too. He's not going to be. I think this will be his 4th game. I think he might be designated to return after this, but that's if he's healthy. I don't think we've gotten any information on what really is plaguing him at this point.
How are the Hornets good? Beat the Warriors.
Oh, intercepted! There it is! And that is, who is that? Hartsfield?
Miles? Rise up that.
Rise up to
Look
get
at that. Rise up and get that. Burris. Imagine that. Burris winning the matchup with Kyle Pitts. Man, we're going to put a dagger into every Falcons fan's heart if that's the case. Nobody thought Jamarcus Russell was NFL ready. I tell you that, Mr. Boombastic, but I get your point, so I'm not trying to throw shade on it entirely. But the only reason Jamarcus Russell was the first-round pick is because there was no quarterbacks in that draft, and then they won the national championship, I believe, or at least got to the national championship game. And then he threw a 60-yard pass on his knees in the combine or in his pro day, and people were like, He was literally warming up, and he threw a 60-yard pass on his knees, and people are like, oh, man, this guy. He reminded people of Dante Culpepper, I think, a little bit. He was terrible, and he also turned out to be a Robitussin addict. Look at that. Who is this?
Tremble, dude. Tremble coming off the big game last week with that nice catch in the end zone. Man, I'll tell you what, some of the passes we saw last week are just like, I feel like the reason that it's so easy to be optimistic is those are passes we have been absent of seeing for so long now.
Oh, yeah. And to be honest, I mean, that's the thing is PJ has crazy arm strength, and so he can make those throws. It's just, can he be consistent? Can you give him some protection? And I think it's kind of an unfair look. I'm not like Cody by any means,
right?
About like getting hype about PJ as him walking in. Oh gosh, I don't think we got that. About walking in the next season with the idea that Matt Corral is going to win the starting job, and that you could confidently walk in with PJ and Matt Corral. I fully believe that is malpractice. But I do think this is, look, if you go and look at PJ Walker's stat line, I think he's thrown 4 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and it's easy to look at that and just go, this guy's a interception machine. He does throw roughly about 1 interception a game. He had one game where he threw 3 at the end of last year. Tough circumstances.
Sure.
You're trying to win, and he was kind of thrown in there to the fire. And so I don't know if it's I almost felt that way about Baker because he had a 4 reception game in the last game, and it kind of skewed the stats a bit.
Ooh,
but man, what do the Panthers do here? If you go up 16-3, that makes it a 13-point game, which is 2 scores, right?
Yeah, if you get
still 2 scores.
Yeah, it's still 2 scores if you just do
almost, they're going for it. No, it's third. It's third down. Oh, okay, I got you. It's third down.
And a fake pitch, Chuba with all day in front of him.
Yes,
get all the way down to the 29-yard line. They're hoping to make this a 3-possession game. Essentially sealing the deal here. There's not much that the Falcons are going to be able to do if they're able to get an actual touchdown here. But they have a shot if they can hold us to a field goal. Chuba Hubbard out here having a game for the ages.
So we have I just found an option on our website, CK, about a print on demand website that is like immediately affiliated with Squarespace. So it's called Printful, where you can do like so the thought is should I invest in is trying to get some of the small merch out that not like I've done in the past where I pre-buy things. I was thinking what about a coffee mug where it had bro, G baby was right on one side, and on the other side it had bro, G baby tears or something like that. So depending on what kind of mood you were in,
right,
you could rotate the cup to happiness or terror. All right.
Dude, if we can get some of that small merch out, that would be hysterical. If we can have some of those famous catchphrases from
G baby tears.
Overthrown.
Oh man.
Trying to get at the DJ Moore there. Brings him to 4th and 9.
Put a dagger in this game. This game's over, man.
Well, listen, this is only a 2-possession game, even with a field goal here. Makes it 13-point game if he's able to accomplish this.
Dinero for the dinero. He's what, 2 for 2 today?
Yeah, 2 for 2, and he's going to make
what an
that 3 for 3 here.
incredible. You just don't look. We've had so many kicking problems on this team for going back to the
Too long.
moment, to the Graham Gano, Harrison Butker debacle, where we went into the Joey slide, the Zane Gonzalez slide of death.
Mm-hmm.
Not Zane Gonzalez, he was the good one. Who was that one guy we got that was like 6'6"? Where he looked like the dude from. It was such a. I was hoping he was gonna work out because he was just like a crazy looking character. Rico Suave guy.
Yeah.
6'6" Rico Suave.
Ooh. Nice.
Good gosh. But you think you get things kind of settled down with Zane Gonzalez last year. He goes out in training camp, and you run out and go get Eddie Pinheiro, and man, he's making the dinero right now. This guy has been good all season, outside of that first game where I think he kicked it out of bounds, on an injury.
Mm-hmm.
Joey Sly, man, what you try to root for people too. I hate, it's kind of tough. Kickers, they got like the easiest and the hardest job. My East Carolina Pirates, the kicker who won the bowl game for us last year with a 54-yarder at like the last second, has missed so many kicks this year.
Yeah.
And responsible for, or arguably could have won games. I always say this: kickers don't lose you games, but they can win you games. And when they miss those game-winning field goals, they might not have lost it for you, but they didn't win it for you. My Pirates put in a freshman, and he's been pretty good so far. So
London there. They're going to play hurry up here. They're going to hope to keep as much time on the clock as possible, driving down the field looking for a touchdown here.
Everybody's got timeouts.
All their timeouts left. They're going to start using them after that 2-minute warning, I would guess. This defense needs to step up big. Brian Burns being held up pretty good there against that left tackle.
I would just run straight at YGM if I was the Falcons in this simulation.
Yeah, or if you're Marcus Mariota, just run straight at him. He's been unable to wrap up. He's been trucked by a quarterback all day.
Might as well be a blocker at this point.
Really a speed bump.
Yeah.
Mariota taking the snap again out of shotgun. He's going to run for it. Nobody there, but J.C. Horn forces him to slide.
Inbounds.
He's going to take this close to the 2-minute warning, if not all the way down to the 2-minute warning. Every second is super valuable as this time starts to wind and go down to 0.
Would you call a timeout there before the 2-minute warning, or do you save it?
I don't know that. I think it's to each their own. I think.
What's the math there? Because you could have got
the same.
Is it?
To be quite honest with you, if you can get a playoff before this, obviously that makes a tremendous amount of sense.
So you hurry up there.
Yeah, but if you can't get a play, I mean, I know that some coaches like the idea. Oh, Brian Burns with the sack.
Nice. I am cheering for this Madden simulation like I'm watching a football game.
Yeah, that's something we all tend to do. I mean, I know even when we won that game last week, it was a super exciting thing. And minute 30 seconds left here, by the way. Almost intercepted because of a tip pass, but
yeah, I think the Panthers are going to wrap this one up pretty easily.
Yeah, they're
decided victory for the Carolina Panthers on the way, it looks like.
Yeah.
What does this mean? If this comes out and the Carolina Panthers have this type of effort where your offense played pretty well all around, didn't make the mistakes. Well, one mistake that could have been horrendous. But this defense really, kept everything under control.
Ooh. J.C. Horn tried to step in front of that one, but it was too far out of bounds. 4th and 16. This is the game on the line. The Falcons are going to have to go for it here.
I know this is the comment, Brandon. Or I love this is imagine 2 weeks not allowing a touchdown. Oh my goodness gracious!
What a catch over top of Dante Jackson there.
Who is that?
Zacchaeus, I think.
No, shorter name this time. Hodge, looking like Kyle Pitts out there.
No huddle, 56 seconds left.
Come on. Pick this sucker.
Oh, bad throw by Mariota.
Man, if we could get this one big stop right here, I'd love to see 2 weeks without a touchdown allowed.
That's one of those things that I think the defense would like to hang their hat on. I think they're upset that they probably couldn't have shut out Tom Brady last week. Outside of not making it to the end zone, they are able to push him out of bounds there at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like they might get in here.
That's
man. So now what? They score a touchdown here and go. They don't need to go for 2. They would just kick the field goal. I mean, the extra point and onside kick. I would expect.
Yeah, so they're going to try to go for they're going to try to make the touchdown here, go for the extra point, and then onside kick would be the next game plan for them.
All day.
And they get the touchdown
over top
of Shaq Thompson.
Zacchaeus with a big game today.
Yeah,
Classic Panthers right here, keeping them in the game. Supreme leaders, right about that. A lot of love this is I love to see a lot of C3 super fans in the chat. Great way that you can support the podcast is to become a C3 super fan, and that is with just kind of a way for us to build the podcast up. You can join the inner circle for just $1.99 a month. You can get that loyalty badge and access to the custom emojis and get involved in random giveaways that we run, almost weekly, every other week. Guys, just did some shopping online. Secret tomorrow in the post game. One of the C3 super fans is going to get 2 car flags for their Panther car flags. I got 4 of them, so we're going to do 2 giveaways. We'll do one tomorrow. Love to get to 100 super fans. We came roaring out of the gate when we opened it up. I also, CK, added a Steve Wilkes. You know how, right now, if you get to month 2, you can get the Steve Smith face. As instead of the C3 logo. And then if you are a month 3 subscriber or contributor as a super fan, you get a Steve Wilkes badge if you like it. So that will be fun. Terrace Marshall Jr. on the hands team right there. Looks like this is going to end the game for the Carolina Panthers. They're going to be calling timeouts here, but too little, too late.
Yeah, they're going to be able to run this clock down pretty easily. I would venture to guess the Falcons are going to call that timeout on the first and second down play, but on that third down play when they kneel it out, it's going to be more than 40 seconds it's going to be 40 seconds on the play clock and less than that in the game clock, so they won't have to snap the ball again after that. I'm getting a little bit tired, I'll be honest with you. I have a hard time keeping my eyes open.
Well, we're almost done, CK. We're almost there. Eric Murillo, yes, got to get that join button on iOS. You're right. Is for Apple. There is a kind of a workaround you got to do to hit that join button. Is you've got to open the podcast up in your browser and then take it off of mobile mode, and then it will give you the join option if you go into the browser and go into the kind of full options. It's a continued battle between Apple and Google, I think, is one of the things that's happening. All right, timeout. This game's about over right here.
One
CK.
more play, and it's going to be lights out for this Atlanta Falcons team, hoping to take a firm lead in the NFC South right now. Not so much going their way.
CK, he says, Supreme Leader said, you're going to be super tired when baby gets here.
That's what you think.
And on top of that, man, you know why CK's tired? Because he's been probably up for 48 hours playing the new Call of Duty.
I wish, dude. I wish it was that. I did stay up a little bit later until about 1 o'clock in the morning last night playing the campaign, which is incredible, by the way. And then, but outside of that, I did not do any more gaming. It's been, wow, they're actually snapping the ball here.
That's stupid.
That was welcome to Madden here.
All right. Okay, well, we can wrap this up. CK is the Panthers win 16-10, and what would make a I guess undefeated record in the division, pulling to 3-5, and strangely taking leadership or sole possession of first place in the division. Matt Rule only wished he could actually be the guy that was celebrating this bizarre comeback 2014 like, but guess what? It's Steve Wilkes in the gang. Tomorrow Chuba Hubbard will be out, but you will have JC Horn returning, it sounds like, and the Carolina Panthers defense, continues to dominate here. PJ Walker got it done on the ground today.
Got it done on the ground. He was able to get a few nice plays down the field, but for the most part, it was a few of those scrambles that kept this game alive. And of course, the foot of Eddie Pinheiro making this game a win to be able to tally into that win column, if you will. Panthers are now in Madden going to go forward and be 3-4 in the division and take over that top spot, as they're going to hold the tiebreaker in all three teams as of current, and they will remain undefeated in the division, which is a big time win considering that we will have played all three teams after this game tomorrow against Atlanta.
All right, that is another Madden simulation. What's the record so far? Has it been almost perfect this year?
Almost perfect. I think they had us win the Giants game, I think.
Right.
I can look.
Yeah.
But other than that, they've been spot on with the prediction as far as whether we win or lose. The score themselves, not so much, but the predictions have been pretty spot on. So if you guys are looking to bet, I would bet money line, not the over under, because Madden is not the answer when it comes to that, but they have been pretty accurate when at the win-loss column there.
Yeah, don't expect this to necessarily be a high-scoring game tomorrow.
Right.
We'd hate that would not be in our best interest if Atlanta somehow figures out how to get their offense working finally against us. We need our defense to continue to keep us in good place. Offensive line played very well in this game. They did last week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so you hope that they can repeat that. CK will be back tomorrow at 4:30 for the C3 Panthers post game, hopefully celebrating the Carolina Panthers pulling into first in the division. My name's Tony Dunn. This is the C3 Panthers Madden simulation, where each and every week we commentate a kind of forecast the game. It gives us a neat way of generating discussion about the game and some of the topics. You can follow me on Twitter at @cat_chronicles. Again, we'll be here tomorrow 4:30 with the C3 Panthers post game. CK, how can they get after you? And thanks for making this happen.
Yeah, for sure. You can find me on all the social medias. Code Dizzle Allen is the handle. Come show some love, and we'll continue to be optimistic when maybe there's no optimism to be found. We're going to try to make sure that we can continue to keep our head up moving forward. And as a Panthers fan right now, that's what we can do until further notice. So I appreciate you joining me last minute here, Tony.
Thank you. Now I'm happy to be here, and I hope I'll try to be here every Saturday I can that my wife lets me. She was not here. She's not here right now, so I was able to make this happen. Guys, we're out of here. We'll be back tomorrow, 4:30. We see you there.